Good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports for You. Live on YouTube, I'm John. That's Mark. Big Freeze on the way. Live on your TV screen with mobile devices, your laptops, your desktops on YouTube, X, Facebook. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share. Sports for You. Follow us like on Facebook, X, and Instagram, Sports for You Podcast. Follow yours truly at John Watson 0984. Follow Mark on Instagram at I am Mark 1 on X. Follow me on Instagram at 99 Willis. Lots to talk about NBA, NFL, combine going on. Got Lakers Clippers about to start in a matter of moments.
Is the ball win?
You sound like you playing Boomer, what up? Boomer, what up with it? All right, and then we got talking about what's going on with the combine. Quarterbacks making news, players making news. So it's going to get started. Breaking news today. We saw this. I mean, we already kind of expected this was going to happen eventually, and
Every year.
And it seemed like it's just a tradition like no other. Joel Embiid is out for the season.
Oh.
So Joel Embiid, breaking news from Shams, he's out for the season. Obviously, with a knee injury, he's probably going to have to acquire knee surgery. This has been just a disaster year for the Philadelphia 76ers. And we asked the question the other day, whose season has been more disappointing between them or the Suns? I said it was easy Sixers, but Mark brought the points that a lot of people were making. What up, Chosen? Oh, we don't talk about KD in a second. No, we don't talk about that situation in a second. But if you look at it, and there's the birthday boy, Luka Doncic. Happy birthday, Luka. But Joel Embiid out for the year. This has just been a whole disaster year for the Sixers. No Embiid never for the final 25 games of the season. He's probably, I think, only played at least about 16 or 19 games.
Yeah.
Paul George has been out for the majority of the season. It's been really Tyrese Maxey. They had the young promising rookie of Jared McCain.
He was a baller.
He was probably on his way to being rookie of the year. He goes out for the season with a knee injury. So it was just all bad. It was all bad for the city of brotherly love. So at least I got the Super Bowl to deal with y'all pain in this issue. Mark.
Yep.
Can't say we told him so, but we knew this was gonna happen. What's your thoughts on we're gonna focus on the Sixers, but we don't focus on Embiid. But where do the Sixers go from here now?
The problem is these contracts is hard to get up out of between his and Paul George's.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be hard to trade PG away. Only thing I would do if I'm Philly is this season is done. Sit Embiid for the rest of the season. Sit Paul George for the rest of the season. Nothing's gonna come out of this. Let them get healthy. Hopefully next year, McCain come back healthy, PG come back healthy, and B come back healthy, and try to make a run at it next year.
I mean, that's really all they can do. I don't think there's no purpose even throwing them back out there, throwing PG out there. You got him for another 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're screwed. They're screwed. And here's the bad part with the Embiid deal. Embiid plays in the Olympics, and obviously a lot of people felt that was really not a good idea. And now, I mean, he seemed healthy then, but he comes into camp out of shape, which I have a hard time wondering, like, you playing ball all summer, but you're not in shape? What up, Sam? I know this was a good day for you. This situation has just been awful. Nick Nurse, who's a good coach, is in a bad situation right now. But I've always said it with Daryl Morey. I've been saying it for years, even when he was in Houston. People can call me a hater if you want. I stand by what I said. He's the most overrated executive in NBA history in all sports.
You did say that.
What has he won? What has he won? A healthy Joel. But it ain't healthy, so it ain't that. The question that's irrelevant. Oh, we're talking about the Rams. I don't know what you did at work. I just said I was talking about the Rams. Man, Chris Dunn's still in the league. I didn't even know that. But John B, this is just a merit. This is need to end. Look, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league because of the back issues. You get playing.
I don't think that was because I don't think he didn't play because of the back issues.
If you're saying, well, I take a healthy Embiid over Jokic. Yes, I'm be honest, I would. But when he's not healthy, Jokic, only thing Jokic got on Joel Embiid right now is good health. And
they say the best ability is availability.
And when he's not available, he's available. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Chick. I say he's
when Joel is healthy, he's the best big in basketball.
Yeah, he's leaps and bounds. He's the best center in basketball, but he can't be the best center in basketball from the ice tub.
Motor story, and B should not have been in the Olympics. He wanted that gold medal. That's all.
That's what it was, Sam. He wanted the gold medal. He got his U.S. citizenship. He didn't play for his country, Cameroon. So that's why that's what happened. Okay, we're gonna talk about Stafford. We're gonna talk about Stafford in a minute, but let's get this NBA talk out the way. But the Sixers are also in a predicament where their pick is only top 6 protected, or it goes to Brooklyn. If it falls out of the top 6, it goes to Brooklyn.
Which is another reason why I would sit everybody.
There's nothing reason for Joel Embiid to be playing any more meaningful basketball.
I mean, I know it's gonna be hard to sit Maxey too, but you're going to have to find some time to sit some games to sit him down too, because he might win you a game or two. And if you're trying to keep that pick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't want.
What's up, Nessa?
What up, Nessa? Nessa, I just make sure you had some. Make sure
she has some what?
Has some needs. She had a couple of vibrations. She sent me a couple of vibrations.
She had a couple of vibrators. Is that what you said?
Vibrations.
Oh, all right.
This dude wild, man.
My bad.
This dude wild, man. What's wrong with this dude, man?
I'm about to say sometimes some things not everybody's business. You know what I'm saying?
I always tell people drink responsibly and make sure you eat before you drink. But yeah, this is a wrap. This season's curtains. Just go ahead and hit the restart button.
Kawhi be in the minutes already.
Well, we played these dudes twice. We got him Sunday as well.
Yeah, Kawhi in minutes already. He the one that got the 3 for him and got a steal.
I totally forgot Chris Dunn was still in the league. Obviously, I'm talking about the Lakers. No Rui tonight.
What happened to him?
He hurt his ankle last night. Oh, we don't talk about. Hey, we gotta talk about that. And that's another thing we gotta talk about. That game last night. Whoa, nice dunk, Jackson. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, Nelson. If I seen the size of the cups, she would send to me.
Wait, size of what cups, John?
The glasses of alcohol.
Oh.
Whew. Oh man, you
guys are different kind of cups.
Yo, Tig, that's a wild statement, bro.
Necessarily John live vibrators is crazy.
I hope she doesn't. Anyway.
Get out of here.
All right, so let's go ahead and continue on this NBA talk. Yeah, the Sixers are done. All right.
I feel the same way about the Suns too.
Let's go there. I want to talk about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was on the Draymond Green show recently with Draymond and Baron Davis. And Draymond and KD talked about his future after this season.
Do you want your career to end in Phoenix?
I want my career to end on my terms. That's the only thing.
Bingo.
That's the only thing I'm worried about, because I see a lot of dudes that don't get that opportunity. So I want to keep putting in that work to make that choice on my own. But as far as the Warriors, I didn't want to move. And then as a player like me, I cost a lot. Me going into your team in the middle of the season, it's going to be a big blow to any team I'm going to. I get why y'all want to trade me. Simple fact, that's just business. But from me looking at it, I'm just like, it just don't make sense for either side right now to go do that when we just play the season out. And if that's the decision you want to make in the off season, then you figure it out. If I can stop it, then why not? And then the narratives that's gonna come with all that shit. I mean, I could play under the noise. It's a simple fact that, like, I didn't feel like it was a need to make that big of a change.
Yeah, to press that issue.
You know, and look what y'all doing right now, Dre. Y'all looking good. Jimmy, and then you still got Kaminga on the way back. So I didn't think it made sense. And then I just want to see it through. You know, when you commit to something in a season like that, and it's like nobody's like big injuries, like everybody's in the lineup, and like I'm trying to see this through to the end and see what we can really do with it. And I feel like I'm committed to my coaches and teammates, and I want to see it through. So I wanted to lock in on that.
All right, let's get. All right, Mark, what are your thoughts on what Draymond said? Man?
I'm not mad at him for that, honestly.
I mean, KD.
I'm not mad at what KD said on that. I kind of agree with him on that. To get a player like him, you probably want the gut out of your team. I don't think he's really. I mean, he's coming out there for the season. I don't think he's there past this offseason.
Yeah, they're saying that he's going to be gone.
Honestly, for Phoenix, this might sound crazy, but I was just looking at, they don't have no control of their picks until what, 2032? I wouldn't be surprised if both of them get traded.
So here's where a lot of people think. So there's some talk about where Kevin Durant could end up. So I got this from this graphic from Clutch Points. 5 teams. Obviously, everyone brings up the Warriors. And then you have, and we're gonna break down each one of these teams, how KD would be a fit with them. All right,
getting Lakers out here early, huh?
Well, second night back to back. I'm not shocked. We're losing like this. I mean, don't think we're gonna win tonight, to be honest. Even though it is Luka's birthday, I think we'll have a better chance winning Sunday.
I didn't think Brown was gonna play.
I didn't think it was either. They said when I was hearing on the radio, it was possibly him, but they thought Luka wasn't gonna play. But I'm like, Luka's not gonna miss a game on his birthday.
So any one of these 5 teams, this is the crazy part. The crazy skill. What's up, Noodle?
What up, Noodle?
The crazy skill about Kevin Durant is he can fit in any system he goes.
And let's go. All right, let's start off. Let's go from right to left on these teams. The San Antonio Spurs.
If the Spurs get that number 1 pick, or 2 pick, or top 3 pick, I can see him trading it because they have 2 young players with Wemby and Stephon Castle
and De'Aaron Fox.
I can see him trading it and and see if they can put a package together and get. I think they might have to give up probably Stephon Castle and a first round pick, probably get Durant. But I can see that, and then it'd be Wemby, Durant, and De'Aaron Fox next year. That's not a bad 3.
What up, Bella? All right, I like the Spurs. Obviously, the thought of a big 3 of Durant, Wemby, and De'Aaron Fox would be pretty impressive. And obviously, De'Aaron Fox, one of the best fourth quarter scorers in the NBA. I could see easily him going there with Wemby, a lot of pick and pop, but that's a good one. That's a good. And they obviously they have the Hawks pick, so they got a little they got collateral they need to make.
And Stephon Castle is really a hooper if they need to pay him in that trade because they have De'Aaron Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's not like, as much as I like Stephon Castle and I think he's going to be a solid player, a really good player in the NBA. I got De'Aaron Fox who's expendable now, so I can put you together with that first, second, or third pick, whichever one they get. especially if it's that first pick. They get that first pick with Stephon Castle. I think they can. That's a good package.
I agree. All right. Let's go to the next. Let's stay in Texas. Let's go to the Houston Rockets.
I don't want to see him there. He can fit in there. I can see it, but I don't want to see him there. Let them young boys play, man. Let them young boys play and grow together.
I agree. I mean, he goes there. I would Ime Udoka got cooking right now with these boys. Nick Freeze is on the way. He's got cooking, but stay away from Houston. If I was Houston, I wouldn't try to make a deal for KD. I know it sounds tempting, but I think they could find other options. We just talked about this team. The Golden State Warriors, where he won 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, played there for 3 years. Obviously, was on his way to probably winning a 3rd straight three-peating, but then tore his Achilles in the finals. They say you can't go home again, but what would be your thought on an older Kevin Durant, an older Steph, an older Draymond reuniting for one last
hurrah? I can see that happening. What they gonna do with Jimmy?
Well, they did pay Jimmy. They just paid Jimmy.
So are they gonna pay? Did they pay Jimmy just to trade him?
I don't know, but he's on the 2 years. Remember, his contract is for the next 2 years. So he opted out of his player option when he got traded, and then he go ahead and signed a new 2-year deal with Golden State for I think 113 million.
Again, I think if they was to get Durant, Jimmy Butler would have to be in that trade. Probably Jimmy Butler, probably Kuminga more than likely, but Jimmy Butler for sure.
I agree there. All right, let's go to Jimmy Butler, his former team, the Miami Heat.
Right. Just hit that 3, Luka.
He has been struggling. He still haven't found a shot yet. The Miami Heat, obviously, they just traded Jimmy Butler. Pat Riley is trying to get has been trying for the longest to get a superstar there. I'm assuming you would probably have to trade Bam or Tyler Hero, or I guess maybe just trade, or Andrew Wiggins gets traded again. So,
Andrew, I don't think Miami will trade Hero or Bam. But I think they're trying to put a package together with a pick, a couple picks, Wiggins to get him there. And I can see that happening. Like, I don't know how good that'll be in the East because the East is pretty stacked over there. They probably still be at best the 3rd best team in the East. But with Hero, Durant, and Bam, I can see that happening.
And then the final spot is where everyone thinks he's going to probably end up.
Yes.
And that is with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yes.
Of course, where he will reunite with his former teammate, Kyrie Irving, Olympic teammate, Anthony Davis.
This would be the best landing spot. Moms, can you eat the chicken?
Huh?
It's here.
Where is it?
On the porch. This probably be outside of that San Antonio deal. If you can get that San Antonio deal, Dallas might be the best spot to land in. With, like I said, with Kyrie and with AD there, you just got Assassin coming in. That'll be a nice look for Dallas.
What do they give up?
Probably big. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Bigs. I have to see who else on their roster. Probably bigs and picks, and then probably just throwing in a couple other people.
Jake suggested, what about KD to the Clippers?
Who would the Clippers give up? Because I don't think Harden and Kawhi is going to be in that trade.
Right.
Zubac?
he would be the only real tradable asset because obviously now that Paul George is gone, you really don't have much money players whose salary would equal what Kevin Durant is making in Phoenix. That's an interesting one right there. KD to the Clippers. But yeah, I think he's on up in Dallas. I think they'll probably make a deal. Probably trade. I mean, do you trade Clay back? Trade Clay to Phoenix without Lejean? Oh wait, congratulations, my sister Lejean. Her grandson Christian just committed to Sacramento State. Of course, played at St. John Bosco. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to your fam on getting that major news. Tagged us in on Facebook. So yeah, so shout out and good luck down at Sac State. You know what I'm saying? Clippers don't have a pick. I forgot. Oh yeah. I said her grandson.
Wait, go back to her picture.
She's in her picture.
She don't have a grandson that's going to college.
I beg to differ because I've seen him. I've seen him. So
she don't look like she have a grandson that can be going to college.
I know she's a psycho.
She a psycho?
Yeah, she is.
Like she crazy?
She does these psycho workouts. Crazy.
Oh no, you can't say she's a psycho.
No, she knows what I meant because I tell her it's
that is crazy.
And speaking of crazy, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the
What it do?
Wow, yeah, that's all you okay, get him on phone.
Hey, you heard what that nigga said. Well, it's instrumental, so I get away with it.
Was that what you said the first night you and Sonny went out?
Oh yeah, I so did.
I had to ask. It was
I sure did.
Tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then I said, never mind.
My sister's birthday tomorrow. She'd be big 5'8". There you go.
Then I played Magic Stick afterwards.
Who 58?
He's gonna be 58 tomorrow.
Happy birthday, but I don't believe that joint.
I did.
Oh, because it's the leap year, so she's really only like 24.
Y'all funny. So, yeah,
I get it.
But my sister, she's crazy with the work, crazy with the workout.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all happy birthday on.
John called Lee John.
I'm about to leave.
I told her because she overworked herself on one of her workouts and it was on the IR for a couple of weeks. So,
ooh, bigger.
Yeah, you get up before, dog. You are tripping. Happy birthday, Lee John. Okay. All right.
Yeah, happy birthday. Jesus Christ. Yo.
So let me just follow up on what we talked about. Real quick, we already know your thoughts. MB done for the year. Go ahead.
Trade. Off season, trade. No matter what, trade. It don't matter. Whatever person wants to accomplish, they can have it. Don't be greedy. Just get him out of there. He's top. It don't matter what you get back. There's gonna be some idiot that's gonna willing to pay for that contract. There's somebody.
Hey Nick, would you give us $1 for him?
Hell no. Hell no.
It was Tig asked earlier. I'm gonna find it. I think because he said Stephen A said it. A healthy Embiid. What up, boss? By the way, what up, boss lady? See how you?
Oh.
Boss lady. So
the final boss lady.
Yeah, that's why I don't go.
Is it cold?
No, you're not. Yo, relax. No, you're not. See, Tig, you're scaring off the listeners. I say that messing with freaking we're showing us some vibrations. Here comes Tig talking about vibrations.
It's electric.
Yo, you stupid. But no.
Ain't that what that song was about?
Probably. But so would you take a healthy Joel or Joker?
A healthy Joel.
Healthy Joel over Joker, yeah, for sure.
So like the MVP Joel, pretty much.
Yeah, I would. And it's nothing against Joker. I just think that if I think if Joker is just 100, I mean, if my Joker, if B's 100% healthy, I don't think there's a center in the league that's better than him. But he ain't healthy, so until then, it's Joker's league.
Yep.
It's Joker. We just said it before you logged in. The best abilities, the best availability, and Joel Embiid has not been available. What do you do if you're the Sixers now, Nick?
You trade him, John. Look, here's the thing, John.
I mean, overall, as far as moving forward, are you trading Embiid? But you got Paul George for another 4 years. Obviously, Tyrese Maxey is pretty much the future. But where do you go from here? Where do they go? Obviously, this season they need to tank because they're belongs to Brooklyn if it's not in the top 6.
Here's the thing that I think they should do. They're going to be stuck with Paul George for at the very least the next 2 years.
Yep.
So you already scratched that. So what you do now is you look at the rest of your roster, and you got to do some cold moves in the offseason because Doc Rivers is gone. Mm-hmm. You got to get rid of Doc Rivers. That's that, and I'm not saying that because I don't like Doc Rivers. Nick Nurse. Okay, cool. Nick Nurse is cool. My fault. I'm thinking about what you call it. They need to get rid of him for sure.
We're talking about Milwaukee in a second.
Oh, but my fault. I seen something where like about 20 minutes ago talking about Doc Rivers need to be fired, and I kind of got locked in on that. But yeah, Nick Nurse, you might get fired. They might give you a chance, but there's a strong chance you might get fired. And it's not his fault either. It's not because he's a bad coach. I think that they're going to have to do something. And the only reason why I said they're going to fire they should fire Nick Nurse is because he's a veteran coach. He'll be able to get himself another job very fast. So it's not going to really hurt him if he gets fired over there, really. And people know it's not really his fault. And he's already won a championship. He's the coach of the year and all that. So when you got down your resume already and you're in a situation where it's not really your fault, you get some type of pass. I mean, if Doc Rivers keep getting passes, I mean, Nick Nurse would be okay. So that's where I go with that. Now, the next thing is that you look at your roster outside of Maxey and, unfortunately, Paul George. Because you never know. If you get rid of never mind, no, you won't. No, you won't. It's not going to work. I was going to say maybe Paul George would play better without Embiid over there, but nah, it's not going to happen. I think that
by the way,
Paul George, Lord have mercy.
I forgot the announcement Paul George made.
Well, you talking about how Tobias Harris has played better than Paul George this year?
He really has.
Yeah. So the Philly look at the rest of their roster and be like, all right, who are the guys that we think can potentially be good? And who are the guys that we think in the long run, because they don't have the other star over there. So what are these role player guys over there that can really complement Tyrese Maxey's game? If they're smart, they make sure Kelly Oubre don't leave the building. I think they need to keep him.
And then they got the rookie coming back next year too.
Yes, exactly. So, in that aspect, they're actually set up pretty well for the future. So it's just that, and look, if you trade Embiid, you don't know what you're going to get for Embiid. Maybe you get a good player who's just getting paid too much type of thing. You feel me?
Right.
So that's why I said it, like, trade Embiid and whatever you can get for him, go ahead and accept that. Don't try to be greedy and be like, oh, we need this and that. Don't set a standard, but set a realistic standard. Don't be like, oh, we want 15 first round picks for this nigga and two of your best players. Like, no, like don't do that.
I think
say we want say get whatever picks you can get or whatever players you can get on your team. All right, there we go. We good.
there we go.
Whatever players you can get within that trade that can you they basically need to build this team around McCain and Maxey and have Oubre over there as the other scorer coming off the bench. Try to keep and hope that nobody try to get Oubre from y'all as well, because he plays very well with Maxey. So they're they're very. That's why I said they're the most disappointing team, because in all you can say Phoenix definitely in that category, but Phoenix also is in a. I'm giving the Sixers a little bit more of the most disappointing because they're in the easier conference. But that's still no excuse for how terrible they have been playing, because they're supposed to be on paper like top 4 in the East at the very least, or top 5. They're supposed to be somewhere within that range, but they're very far away from the play-in. So that they got a lot of moves to make. Me personally, the first move is trading Joel Embiid, seeing what we gonna get for help over there. Get rid of Nick Nurse and get a young coach, that you think that can gel well with Maxey or whatever, or just keep Nick Nurse, because let Nick Nurse build his own team over there. To be honest, you can do that too. That might be the safer option anyway, because then you still have a good coach. I'm just saying up the fact, I don't know if he wants to go through another rebuild.
I agree. I want to talk about let's see. Yeah, what up, Candace? Candace says, yeah, cut ties with Embiid. Yeah, let's go, Doctor. That's right, Tig.
I don't think it's just as easy as cut ties with Embiid.
You gotta find a taker.
It's not even that. If you're in Philadelphia 76, you gotta think about business laws.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we not friends with Embiid fills up that arena. And trading him, I don't know.
The process.
We don't know how that looks.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
One of his teammates is, of course, Paul George. And obviously, Paul George obviously been under one. He's got 4 years left. And obviously, Nick was one of the first who said the Clippers made the right decision not bringing back Paul George. Paul George made a big announcement on his show on the podcast on the podcast P show the other day. And here's the unfortunate breaking.
Fellas, it's no secret. This season is up to this point, man. It hasn't been what we envisioned. I know my goal when I first signed with Philadelphia was to bring a championship to these amazing fans here. I still remain positive about that, and that is still the case and where I'm coming from. With that being said, though, I want to let the Podcast P family know that after today's episode with Dwight, I plan to take a break from the pod just to focus on getting my body right, getting mentally right, and, help this squad make a push towards our goal to finish the season out, give ourselves a chance to be in contentions to compete for a championship. I won't front. The desire to get back to shooting in person with my guys as well is the forefront of, this hiatus as well. I look forward to us 3 being back together and doing this as we once started this. So we'll be back on that note. Be sure to lock in with us because we got some big things in store in our future. In the meantime, y'all be easy. From Podcast P, love and peace.
Let me start with this. No, fuck all that. I got this. Fuck all that. Because John will try to articulate this situation. This ain't no articulating situation.
No, it's not. I know it's not. I'll go ahead. I'll go back.
Paul George. Dog, you have been a player that I have enjoyed watching in the league for a long time, even before he was with the Clippers. I have defended you a lot over the years, Paul George. A lot. Let me tell you something, dog. the shit that you was just saying sounds absolutely, positively ridiculous. You mean to tell me that the podcasting was keeping you basically from working out? Is that what you were saying? Y'all heard the same thing I heard, right?
I heard exactly what he said. That's why I got my thoughts on it. But I'm gonna let you go first. We're on the same page.
So you mean to tell me that podcasting? Don't get me wrong, we're all podcasting. We all love podcasting as well.
Facts.
But dog, you are getting paid a ridiculous amount of money. I'm pretty sure that you're not getting paid the same amount from your podcast that you're getting from your NBA contract.
Nowhere close.
None.
Now we now us this is us alone. We all have jobs or whatever.
That's right.
If the jobs tell us we got to work through a podcast, this is what to happen. We got to work through. We got to work through. We working through the podcast. You feel me?
That's right.
No matter how much we love it, dog. Number one priority is making sure that I can actually be at the podcast.
That's right.
So for you to say that, especially when you can podcast around your own schedule, that's the thing. I'm like, you have a lot of like, especially for him, you have a lot of freedom in the way you can freelance with your podcast. At the end of the day, you are a basketball player. You travel. You do the podcast on days where when you have off days, whatever in between. Maybe today just workouts today or something. Ain't no game for a couple of days. We could go ahead and drop a podcast this day or something like that. So for you to say that that's keeping you from working out and basically what it sounds like from you getting better when you got a guy like Draymond Green was 1 hour a week. Man, get the fuck out of here. when you got a nigga like Draymond Green who's podcasting after his games, he's not missing no workouts.
Nope.
We can say we want about Draymond Green. His work ethic is never a question.
Nope.
His leadership is never questioned. Does he do questionable stuff sometimes? Yes. But that this dude is your leader, and one of your leaders up in this locker room. He's going to hold everybody, including himself, accountable. Ask Jordan Poole. And that's just how it works. So for you to go in there and basically, from what I interpreted, he tried to use the podcast as a cop out as to why he's not playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping.
All right, so look.
That was my issue.
Look, now, if this nigga don't, and now he's saying he'll stop doing the podcast, right? If this nigga numbers don't.
The rest of the season. When the season's already pretty much already done.
Nigga,
podcast now.
That nigga gonna be hurt in like 3 weeks. But my thing is this, dog. Like what Tig said, it's only an hour. Your podcast is 1 hour long per week.
Yeah.
You're not doing multiple episodes. You're doing one episode per week, dog. There's no way that whatever you're doing with that should be interfering with your workouts or whatever you have to do. Because obviously he's making it seem as if even the podcast is keeping him away from his teammates. I don't know. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. Y'all, what you got to say about that, Mark?
Like I said earlier, this decision shouldn't be Paul George's. I think the 76ers need to shut down Paul George for the rest of the season. Especially if they're trying to keep that, because they pick his top 6 protector, right?
Yes.
You keep that pick. Sit down Paul George for the rest of the year. Let him get healthy. You already said let him get healthy. Paul George, get there with your podcast, dog. Go do it every day of the week if you want to. That shit not helping the 76ers win. Go ahead, John.
Who told him to say that dumb crap? Jackie Long, you sitting there, you really gonna let him just come out and use the podcast saying he got a priority, he's now making a priority like a prioritizing basketball? It was worded horribly. If you're saying to me your focus on more of your podcast took away your focus, you're saying that in the wrong city.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't play that. Go ask our boy Hunt. Go ask our sister Taya. Go ask our boy Nye Charles. Ask KC.
Ask Santa Claus.
Ask Michael Irvin.
They booed Santa Claus, dog.
They cheered when Michael Irvin had a broken neck. You cannot go and say that your hobby was your priority. This is the city that produced Dr. J, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson. Joke, fam. Straight joke. And like Nick said, Draymond Green the Warriors ain't won a title in what, 4 years?
Yep.
You ain't heard Draymond Green use the Draymond Green show as an excuse.
Nope.
He didn't use the Draymond Green show as an excuse why they got bounced out of the play-in last year. He didn't use it the year before when they lost to the Lakers in the second round. If you were going to put the podcast on hold, you should have put it on hold when the season started going south months ago. You were hurt. You weren't there opening night. Embiid was already hurt. Then your boy Kane, the rookie, he got hurt. This should have been done months ago. Not with 25 games left in the season, bro. And this is karma to Daryl Morey. You didn't have to give Joel Embiid that money. They didn't. Joel Embiid was on his last year of his contract this year.
Who?
Paul George.
And y'all and Nick like the
Extremely.
Nick look like a profit right now because he clearly said it.
I'm on the other side of them having to pay Embiid. I believe they have to.
Well, not that they had to. I mean, but the timing.
The timing was good. Honestly, the thing, it looked bad now because Embiid is hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say Embiid wasn't out for the season. We wouldn't be talking about contract.
That's true.
But
do we think he wasn't going to get
the thing is like I said, dog, that's they money pit right there. You know what I'm saying? That's who's filling up the seats for him.
Well, look, I'm not saying not pay him because I think eventually they probably would have. I think they could have delayed it because obviously there was no rush. Embiid's not. I don't think Embiid wants to go anywhere. I mean, he got his MVP so he can get his super. The only way he's gonna get the supermax was in Philly. So, it's just bad timing. Ask Jared Verse about Philly fans. Well, Jared Verse said we were only one touchdown away from beating the Eagles in the divisional, so he might have been right though, Sam. But you can't do that. But you cannot tell these people that your hobby is more important than your 9 to 5. And not in that city. All right, let me go to the Warriors. You see, all right, Nick. So I played this earlier before you got on the show, so I'm gonna play it again. Kevin Durant was speaking of the Draymond Green show. Kevin Durant was on the Draymond Green show, and he talked about his future.
Phoenix. I want my career to end on my terms. That's the only thing.
Bingo.
That's the only thing I'm worried about because I see a lot of dudes that don't get that opportunity. So I want to keep putting in that work to make that choice on my own. But as far as the Warriors, I didn't want to move. And then as a player like me, I cost a lot. Me going into your team in the middle of the season, it's going to be a big blow to any team I'm going to. I get why y'all want to trade me. Simple fact, that's just business. But from me looking at it, I'm just like, it just don't make sense for either side right now to go do that when we just play the season out. And if that's the decision you want to make in the off season, then you figure it out. If I can stop it, then why not? And then the narratives that's going to come with all that shit. I mean, I could play under the noise. It's a simple fact that like I didn't feel like it was a need to make that big of a change.
Yeah, to press that issue.
You know, and look what y'all doing right now, Dre. Y'all looking good, Jimmy, and then you still got Kaminga on the way back. So I didn't think it made sense. And then I just want to see it through. You know, when you commit to something in a season like that, and it's like nobody's like big injuries, like everybody's in the lineup, and like I'm trying to see this through to the end and see what we can really do with it. And I feel like I'm committed to my coaches and teammates, and I want to see it through. So I wanted to lock in on that.
All right, Nick, what you think about what KD said? We heard me and Mark already discussed it. What you think about what KD said?
He made some valid points. You know, as far as like the trade throughout the season and everything like that. I said that when I said this on the show a few times, and I said it back. I didn't know y'all back then, but I said it when Carmelo got traded to New York. I said the Knicks are so fucking stupid for making that trade because he was already going up over there anyways. So what the Knicks should have did was weigh it out because okay, look, but everybody's like, oh, but you take a chance of Carmelo hitting free agency. If he hits free agency, go on ahead. And if he doesn't go up over there. The Knicks weren't a bad team at that time. They had a lot of depth on that team, and they were built around Amari Stoudemire. And Amari Stoudemire was balling during that time, averaging like damn near 30 and like 30 and like almost 10, if not 10, around that time.
Yep.
So it wasn't like, okay, if he don't get Carmelo, we just fuck. Like, no, we still got a bunch of money up over here. We got a lot of depth on the team. You know, we can sign somebody else and figure it out from there. I felt like it was too big of a dramatic jump because you could have traded those same players for somebody that could have helped with Carmelo and Amari Stoudemire. And, you know, like, and look, a prime example of what Kevin Durant said. He's not a cheap player. You know, if he's a big player, if you want him on your team, you got to give up a lot to get him on your team. And that's what the Knicks had to do to get Carmelo. They gave up a lot to get him on their team. Especially like he said during the middle of the season, you know. So sometimes those big trades, sometimes all about timing. You know, timing is everything. But the thing about him bringing up the Warriors or whatever, he was being nice about it. He just say they want to play over there no more. Like, you know, you being very politically correct about it. Just be like, dog. You can say one thing. Can we kill this narrative about me going to the Warriors? I keep telling y'all I want to go up over there. Can we kill the narrative for forever?
He couldn't do it because he was on Draymond's podcast.
Oh, I know. But you know, that's what he should have did. He should have did it before the podcast before he got on the podcast in general, so everybody can stop bringing this up every time they bring up Kevin Durant free agency.
True.
So, you know, I'm with Kevin Durant a lot of the stuff he said. As far as him saying, you know, he wanted to, you know, basically ride the season out with the coaches and the players, whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't think he said anything that really incriminated himself too much. Not like how Paul George did. He gave an honest take on that situation. I agree with it.
I said I agree with everything he said. Just wait till offseason to get traded.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to our next question, like we talked about earlier. We brought up all these teams. This from Clutch Points. Where it could be Kevin Durant's next destination. You got the Spurs, you got the Rockets. We just talked about the Warriors, the Heat, and everyone's obviously the favorite. Everyone is saying is the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey Nick.
Yeah.
I said the Spurs and Dallas is the top two teams that probably should go after him.
Nigga, the Spurs should be the team to go after him.
That's what I just said.
That is who. But nah, he'll be perfect over there.
Hey, because instead of drafting like Cooper Flag, you can trade that pick and Stephon Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got De'Aaron Fox.
I'll do that in a heartbeat.
And they have the Hawks first round pick.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. And look, not like that. You can still keep Chris Paul up over there for a cheap contract. Chris Paul is still a starting point guard in the league.
That would
And
get
nigga, the same.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's why
somebody playing shooting guard.
there's another thing I want to play
What?
from that conversation with Draymond and Kevin Durant. Draymond
Jesus
Green
Christ, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
said this about the Warriors, about the Warriors and the air champion reign running in the NBA.
2019 is, in my opinion, the best era of NBA basketball. We never really experienced the era of basketball we experienced had you not came to the Warriors. Because then all of a sudden it was like, oh, whoa, wait, we got to build to beat them. And that dude.
No, I agree. And as I was making that decision to leave OKC, it was like, all right, if I stay in OKC, I think I'm passing up on something so incredible that I don't know if I could just pass this up. This ain't just a regular opportunity. That's how I was feeling. It just felt like this would be a huge, huge shift and moment. And not just to people that consume the game, but just how the game is played itself. This seemed like something I can't turn down right now. And I agree. You know what I'm saying? There was so many great teams, like 67 win Spurs that year. Y'all won 73. Then Cleveland had won, 14 in the playoffs, I think. It was like insane shit that was going on, team-wise and individual player-wise. That's when Kawhi started to emerge to become a superstar. The Warriors started to come around 2015. That's when Steph, Clay started to, jump on to be all-stars every year.
Kyrie started playing with Bron that year. We seen Kyrie in a totally different light.
Exactly. It was a lot of shift. Dudes that are transformed to be like, oh, they're stars now. These dudes are superstars. A few extra dudes that you wouldn't expect, like a Kawhi.
James had just kind of left y'all right when that happened, and James became James.
Even Steph. Steph was at the all-star level, but he ascended to like God tier levels around that time. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, everybody ascended quick. D-Rose. I can just go down the line.
Russ, everybody leveled up.
Everybody leveled up at that time. I think the players that went to the next level, and then the team building that went to the next level too.
The Warriors run from 2015 to 2019 was the best era in NBA and basketball history.
No, it wasn't. In Warriors history, it was.
You could say the Warriors have one of the best teams in NBA history, but that run was not the greatest era of NBA basketball. Come on now. Draymond get you little homerage. Well, come on now. The best era of basketball was 2015 to 2019.
Nigga.
Did we forget somebody named LeBron James took that whole decade to the finals almost? What are we talking about?
Well, John, what you just said kind of fits into the point of the era. Like everybody in that era was. I don't.
Nah, he's not. I get what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
What the fuck?
I disagree.
Nah.
Go ahead, Mark.
I don't.
Whoa. Hey, the Rockets tripping up on SmackDown. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead.
I'll check it out. I ain't watched none of it because I went to the shop. So check it out after the show.
To me, it's hard to talk about what was the best era in football and basketball because we all biased to the era that we are attached to. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So for me, I'm gonna probably say that for me, the '90s is the best era of basketball.
Same here.
That's like, to me, that's like the holy grail of basketball. But somebody who got adapted to basketball, started liking basketball, loving basketball, and between 2001 and 2010, you can give an argument why that's the best era of basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's all what you attach to, dog. Now, with Durant, what they said is not wrong outside of the best era. All the reasons why they said is true. Between, I would say 2015, I would say maybe the 2010, the 2020 era, you did see a lot of these players start to emerge like that. So, I agree with that, but I don't like what's the best era because it's all what you bias to at the end of the day. For me, if you ask me.
What up, Mike?
All right, what up with it?
Nigga.
I'm with Mark. 90s. It's me, it's 90s, and then it's the 2000s. The 2000 era, because and it's nothing on the tens. The tens was a dope era though. But from Draymond to just cut out half of that decade is to me is why I couldn't. Why I think his I don't understand it. If you're gonna say now he said the tens era, because obviously, like I just said it, the Heels, obviously it was the second the Kobe and Powell back to backs, the Heatles run, Dirk shocking everybody, beating the Heat that first year. The Spurs got the ring, obviously the Warriors, and you ended with Kawhi going to Toronto and beat the Warriors, obviously, who were obviously depleted by injury. But I think in the 90s, obviously, and this is outside of Jordan's side, obviously Portland, Phoenix, those teams dominate. Obviously, Houston, the Rockets, as much as ugly as the Knicks era, style was, they were winning games. Pat Riley just made the game ugly, but he was getting done. That was the birth of the Spurs era. That was the birth of Kobe and Shaq. As a team, but not a success. But Draymond, I get what you're saying, man, but nah, I can't rock with you on that one.
He couldn't say they had the best run because the best run is Chicago's.
Agree.
So he couldn't say that.
But that was the best era of basketball? That 4-year run?
No. Not to me. But you people are biased. If somebody who older than us would say the 80s was the best era.
Righteous.
You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever you're biased to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, fuck all that. Nigga, the best basketball in NBA history was played between 1994 to 2010. 2009, 2010 was the last years of that great basketball that was played. That was right before the rules start changing up. That is the best era of basketball. If you look at the niggas who played from 1994 to 2010, those are some of the best players to ever play the game.
Yeah.
Just from those times. You could think about it like this. From 94, that is prime time Jordan. Like Jordan, you can say Jordan's best years was played in the 80s, whatever, but nigga, prime Jordan was around that time. Nigga, you got, like you said, it's prime Charles Barkley around that time. Hakeem Olajuwon. That's just the beginning of that era. And look, as it goes along, the niggas who as the years go, 96. Look at the niggas got drafted in 96. By the time 2001-ish came around, the niggas who was good in 96 were superstars or on their way to becoming superstars. Around that time, the niggas like Allen Iverson had one MVP, within that time limit, all that shit. And then the niggas like LeBron and all them start coming along. Like I said, Kobe, all them niggas were playing. Kobe, Jordan, LeBron all played throughout that time. That is the best era of basketball. And they say era, the best years of basketball. There's some other time periods that were great, but consistently from that time to that time, that's it.
Yeah,
that is it.
I don't know what Draymond. Kansas said definitely 2000 and 2016. Both those decades were the best. By the way, the Lakers are up at 5 by halftime on the Clippers.
This nigga Chris Dunn is going crazy.
I totally forgot he was in the league.
Nigga, he got 14 points and 1 missed shot.
You know who not going crazy?
Luka.
Hookah Doncic.
What is Kawhi playing?
LA just made that shirt.
Huh?
Kawhi playing?
Yeah, he's playing. Hookah Luka is playing. Hookah Luka. All right.
What you do?
They call him Hookah
Go ahead, James Harden.
All right.
You said Pookie Lookie. Oh!
Error.
This nigga trying to dunk on this nigga.
So
Look, get your big ass off the ground and stop complaining.
So obviously we've been talking a lot about errors in the NBA. So we've been talking a lot about errors, about who's gonna be the next face and who's gonna be the next dish. I'm gonna play a couple of clips in a second. As I upload them. But I got a couple of clips I want to play, obviously, because this discussion about face of the NBA still seems to be a polarizing topic. Why, I don't know. But
I know why.
It's now gotten to why is that?
John,
so ridiculous?
What other era of basketball have you seen where, or I'll give you a prime example. Like the guys from the 80s, you know, they do their thing. And then, you know, the guys who are about to supposed to be the next stars in the 90s coming up that was drafted in the 80s, you slowly see them get pushed to the spotlight as the other guys start to regress, right? You know, like, you know, the more years in the 80s start happening, the more you start seeing Jordan face get pushed out there, and then less of Bird and Magic, even though they're winning. But, you know, this is the guy that's going to take over afterwards once these guys are done. The problem is this. These niggas nowadays that are supposed to be the guys going to be the next face of the league, they're hitting their prime, and the guys who used to be the face of the league are still in the league and playing very well. That hasn't happened before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guys who were usually by like year 13 or 14, typically you will see some type of fall off in niggas' games.
Hey, the last time that happened, they made somebody fake HIV.
There you go.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So look, when Jordan retired the last time with the Bulls, that was around the time he was like, okay, who gonna be the next face of the league? But they already had an idea of who it was going to be because I'm sorry, Lakers fans, it's gonna sound like hate, but they already forced Kobe into one goddamn All-Star game leading up to that time already because they knew Kobe was gonna be one of them guys to be the face of the league.
Mm-hmm.
His game reminded everybody of Jordan. They actually found somebody. They actually found somebody who can legitimately live up to the this is Baby Jordan name. You know, the name that got given to everybody who was good for like about 8 years. Who was the original Baby Jordan?
Yeah, Gil said that this morning. He was on. That is the curse of the NBA players when they give you when they throw the Jordan nickname on you.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
I
sure.
bring that up because obviously everyone's talking about Anthony Edwards. He didn't have a.
I changed my stance on that.
Okay, well, I want to first get to what happened last night with Anthony Edwards. The referees are in. The referees are trash. I'm sorry. So let's happen first. You know, he got in a little situation with Jared Vanderbilt last night, and this is how his night got cut short. That's what I thought. So here we go again. So he got a little
kicked off the mat
with Jared Vanderbilt. Now this is what happened. That's the first thing.
Did he get hit with a double tech?
That was the first technical he got.
Okay.
He gave him and Vando double techs. So that's tech one.
Okay.
This is why. What that say, John? Because rejection. Right.
And the league calls Minnesota.
This is why he got ejected.
That works. He's got do something. He's either got to give it up, call a timeout.
Got a technical.
He got a technical. Yeah, Anthony was complaining, but what he had was either get rid of it, call the timeout.
If it's on Anthony Edwards, and it is, I think he may be looking for some fresh soap.
Yes. Remember, they have the dual technicals. He's out of the game.
That's number 2.
Wow. Anthony Edwards has been tossed out.
And he's not leaving the court in a timely manner. So the fine may increase because he is not leaving the court.
Plus, that's his 16th technical of the year.
That's all just a foul. And
he lost his head just for a second there.
So then he said something to the ref.
Then he throws the ball in the stands.
Yeah. He is as frustrated as it gets. Huge loss for the Wolves. 2 technical fouls.
Wait.
Edwards done.
Wait, I still don't get what the fuck happened.
This is he said something to the ref after he fell. But this is how it looks after him leaving the field.
And the referee calls Minnesota.
That's why I got the second.
No, he got the second. Now it's the referee because he was on the floor when he clearly was an offensive foul and a travel.
Mm-hmm.
That was his 16th tech, which he's automatically suspended his next game.
So wait. He got the second tech because he didn't get off the court in a timely manner.
No. He got the second tech for arguing while he was on the ground.
See, here's my thing with that. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they pick and choose who gets these texts for arguing with referees. Because Draymond Green argues with a referee at least 3 times a game. But he's Draymond. That's how Draymond is. He gets a pass for it. But a guy like Anthony Edwards does it, he gets a tech for it. Or if you've seen other players that argue referees and don't get techs for it, it's like it all depends on the sensitivity level of the fucking referee.
I hate I'm taking a stand because all my life I've been a player or a coach. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I understand the refs in this situation. If you've been arguing all game and I've been letting a whole lot of shit slide, at some point I have to stop.
Yeah.
And so from some of the point of the game I was watching, damn near every time down he was arguing with the ref.
Mm-hmm.
After the first take.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much that ref is gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree with that.
So I mean, it's unfortunate because all we focus on that one play and say he shouldn't have got kicked out because of the arguing, but we also don't know how much the referees allow him to talk before they gave him that set.
Mm-hmm. I don't like how they pick. Like I said, I don't like how they just pick and choose. No matter how many, because I've been seeing numerous players. Every time something happens to them, they look at the referee like.
One just got traded to the Lakers.
I'm about to say 2 of them are on the Lakers.
Yeah, LeBron called somebody a bitch ass nigga. Really? I mean,
yep.
These dudes be arguing. I mean, to me, dudes be complaining all day, all night. I mean, like John Ireland was saying today, a ref. If he was a ref and your brother's a ref, he would know that you got to be pretty much ready to have to elbow me for me to eject you. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I don't believe. Me personally, I don't believe that. No, you don't, because it's a lot of these players, right? Superstars, stars, and role players that show up the referees, and the referees don't do nothing about it. None. So now, when a referee do something about it, now it's to argue. Like, let's stop. I'm letting you play. I let you get it off because a lot of times, and this is me talking to my brother. A lot of times when there's a bad call, the referee will let you talk to him and let you get the shit off because the call was wrong. Cool, but if that becomes a consistent thing where is every time down you yelling at the referee, you cussing at the referee, you doing all this. Fam, at some point the referee's going to get the game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna go back.
And I do think that Ant do get superstar treatment.
So let's go back to. I have more. So let's continue talking about Anthony Edwards. So obviously, like I said, we were talking about this whole face in the NBA thing, and obviously this all started at All-Star Weekend.
Oh, I changed my mind. I changed my position on that.
So I want to play. This is what Ant-Man said about him being the face.
That is crazy.
You can and will be that guy.
Well, I'm capable of being that guy, but I don't want to be that guy. Put it like that. I want to be the guy to just show up and hoop and just kill dudes and go home.
I heard Brian Windhorst today on First Take say this. Anthony Edwards is trolling.
Yeah, that's why I said I changed my stance.
He's trolling.
I changed my stance
because, like he brought up the points where if he wasn't trying to be a face of the NBA,
there you go, John.
Why are you doing Sprite commercials?
Why are you the face of Sprite?
Why are you the face of Adidas?
And the face of Adidas?
Because you can do endorsement deals and don't have to be seen on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So when Wendy said that, I was like, it's right.
And on top of that, Anthony Edwards don't have a choice if he's the face of the NBA.
Right. And that's where I want to go next. Mark, you were good at this podcast stuff. LeBron James, last night in the post game, talked about addressed Anthony Edwards' comments about being the face of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, he ain't trying to deal with that shit. Yeah. And I mean, Channing Frye said it the other day too. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate.
Let me rewind it. Oh, here.
No, well, Ann already said he don't want it.
I know.
Yeah, see, he ain't trying to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, Channing Frye said it the other day too. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate, but like, I don't know. Why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis shit on everybody? That responsibility, it's just weird. It's weird energy from the people that, I don't know. But Channing, he said it. He said it perfectly. Couldn't say it no better. But Ant said he don't want it. Obviously I didn't ask for it, but I knew there was a responsibility for me, not only to my family, my friends, my community, and whoever gonna follow my career. Not only in Ohio when I started there, but all over America and all over the world when I traveled all over the world. So I've always taken that seriously and understood from the beginning what being a professional was all about and being a role model was all about. So try to hold that with the utmost respect and honor. And but I feel I understand. I completely understand. This is weird energy when it comes to that. So.
Last question.
Let me before we respond. And no, Tig, I don't got Stephen A's response because I'm not playing that 5-minute crap. No, I want y'all to. You heard him mention Channing Frye. Channing Frye, he does a road tripping podcast with him, Richard Jefferson, Allie Clifton, and Perk. This was the clip that LeBron was referring to, in which about Channing Frye talking about the face of the NBA and the NBA.
The 90s basketball nostalgia is killing the NBA. The 90s basketball, Michael Jordan and Kobe, was not as clean as y'all think it was. Y'all forget that Jordan left the league for 2 years. Y'all forget that Kobe, rest in peace, quit on his team in the playoffs and did not shoot the basketball. So all this Kobe, Jordan, he's not this, he's not that. That is propaganda. Every great player, whether that's Ant, Wemby, Bron, Steph, this, that, they compare him to a motherfucker 40 years ago. The rules weren't even the same. You're not really watching help side defense. Who's doing this? What is this rule? What is that rule? You're not watching.
Yep.
Nobody celebrates these new people. So why the fuck would anybody want to be the face of this league where you're going to get shitted on every network for not being somebody from 40 fucking years ago? It's ridiculous. It is unfair. Braun is one of the greatest players ever to play. Stephen Curry is one of the greatest players ever to play. Giannis is one of the great. Jokic. And you know what we do? We talk about fucking Michael Jordan. All this superstar era shit is over. The card cap called a second apron, it's over. Teams are going to take over.
That was Channing Frye on the Road to the Podcast. Shout out to Allie Pitcher.
Channing Frye smoked that shit.
And he did,
Hey.
and he reiterated, you know, Channing, before you go, what up, Dylan? Channing Frye was, he works for NBA TV, and he kind of basically said, he also said this, if you want to see good basketball, there is good basketball for you to watch. Go watch OKC. Go watch the Knicks. Go watch. There's plenty of basketball for you to watch. You don't have to watch sorry basketball.
Who keep watching our show? They stealing our shit. I just said this. I've been saying this for the past like month.
Channing Frye smoked that. Please understand, Channing Frye smoked that. And
yes,
Candace said, y'all changed the rules.
Change what rules?
Let's go back to 89 when they changed the rules for Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
See, we don't talk about when the start of this really started. We just talk about who's benefiting from it, which is a LeBron, which most of y'all don't like. Some of these volley players now, which y'all don't like, but the rules started. And that's why Will Chamberlain told Jordan, they changed the rules so I couldn't score. When they changed the rules so you can score.
Right.
Dog, there's a whole defense that's played today that is illegal during Jordan's time. Imagine if Kobe and LeBron was able to be guarded by one person without having somebody hovering in the paint. Your niggas average dead near 40 points a game too, nigga.
Kobe averaged 35 in his best year with the new rules. LeBron averaged 30. You imagine having them get one-on-one? Come on now. What are we talking about? And let me say,
hey, look.
I'm not going to bring up everything Stephen A. said. He thought it was BS what LeBron said. No, it wasn't. But Wendy said, but I did agree with what Windhorst said. LeBron didn't ask to be the face in the NBA.
He accepted it though.
But he knew he was going. But he knew what he was doing. That setting himself up there.
Yep.
What did LeBron do before he got in the NBA?
Signed the $90 million contract with Nike.
But what was he at before that?
Oh, Adidas.
And why did he want to be? And why? Why didn't he leave Adidas?
Because his favorite player is Jordan.
Exactly. Why does he wear 23?
Yeah, favorite player.
His favorite player is Jordan.
We said when Kobe switched from 8 to 24, Nick.
There he chose 24, so he could be one more than Mike.
What are we talking about, man? Come on now. Channing Frye just pretty much said it. And this is a dude who played in that era, who played in the Kobe era.
This
sure did.
This is why I always say if a lot of people who complain about this is not 90s basketball, I tell everybody, go on YouTube and watch 90s basketball.
I've been saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Oakley and John Starks should be all-stars in 2025.
They will not be on the court.
Thank you.
John Starks.
It's that.
Well, I love DJ Armstrong. DJ Armstrong would not have been an all-star in 2025, man. Come on now.
No. That nigga would have been the all-star to the 2010s either.
Man, get out of here. So what Channing Frye said was right. And,
yeah.
And here's what LeBron is also saying. Because, yeah, he's saying it without saying it. He's talking about First Take. He was talking about Undisputed. He was talking about Inside the NBA. He was talking about all the hot take shows. Here's what he's saying. If y'all going to sit on the game, why are people going to watch?
Yep.
You can be critical, and this is why Inside the NBA is the standard. You can still be critical. But you can still be critical, but you still can be valid. And they do have that point. They do have times where Barkley does go over the top. But over the top sometimes. A lot of times.
Jesus.
But you know,
whoa.
A lot of times I said over the top. Relax.
Crazy.
But you can still get your point across, and it doesn't seem like slander. But this is what I also got to say to the players of this generation. Understand, not everyone's going to like you.
Nah.
Not everyone, I don't know what that was. Offensive foul. Not everyone's going to like you. But you but make them come on, right? That's a charge. But make them respect you. When I looked at the All-Star game, we're not going to rehash the All-Star game. We saw who was there and who wasn't there. We saw Dr. J. We saw Oscar Robertson. Who?
Jordan.
Well, he's never there. But there's one person whom I see at almost every All-Star game.
What? That's another thing. Jordan's never had none of the damn things like that. He's never there.
Never.
He does not care. If it doesn't involve him, he does not care.
Who wasn't at the All-Star game this year? Think. I don't know. Think. When we think basketball, we think about who saved the NBA. Who wasn't there this year? Noticeably.
Magic?
There it is. Who? Irving
Magic
was not at the
Magic wasn't there. And he's always there.
Bird wasn't there. They're at this game every year. So that ought to showed you that they knew what was up.
You know, I like what Trae Young dad said too.
What did he say?
Everything got muddy when they start paying these people on ESPN millions of dollars to shit on LeBron.
Yep.
And then at the end of that's just the short version of it. It was a longer tweet, but at the end of it, he hashtag Skip Bayless.
Yep.
And then that's where it started at. And so now it's a lot of these people who I think don't really hate LeBron, but they know when you speak negatively about LeBron, you're getting clicks. You're getting, that's what's getting the money coming from. That's what it's generating from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or on the opposite end, if you do what Shannon Sharp doing, it'll bring clicks. It'll bring, viewers. But it's more, we normally go towards the hate than anything else.
Because that's what sells.
Yeah,
and that's what he was saying with the NBA. And everyone, it should have been talking about Steph Curry dropping 56 and having the most 50 or 40-point games for a dude that is 30 years or older. Now tied with LeBron, I think tied with LeBron or Kobe for most 50-point games at the age of 36 or older. Make that make sense.
That don't matter. Jordan didn't do it.
Good point. And then and look, we don't know who the next face is, but like me and Mark were saying, I think Ant's trolling. I think he wants to be. Anybody would want to be the face of a billion-dollar business. And like I said, if you want to do he wanted to do commercials, having all his endorsements, you don't have to do commercials. Derrick Rose was at the top of Adidas. I barely saw him in any Adidas commercials.
Because that nigga's a weirdo.
We saw T-Mac. We saw Kobe.
All of them have personality, John. That's the difference. They have personality. Derrick Rose ain't got no personality. Even on podcasts, like Derrick Rose is just like a very direct person.
Yeah.
He tells good stories though, but he's not like he's a serious homie.
So
that's what he is.
John, can I just get like 1 minute?
Go ahead.
I don't know if y'all noticed. I think LeBron is in a protest of what's going on right now with the league.
He could be. A lot of people also think he's pissed about the AD trade as well, but that's a whole other conversation.
He do local media coverage, right? Like for LA.
Post game stuff, but he ain't did like He did radio interviews in like over a decade. He did probably a radio interview with that. You'll see him on. He'll do like the Sports Center stuff, like with Will Bond or if someone like interview like Malika or somebody. But him doing like calling in the local radio, the only time he does that like was on media day.
I think there's something deeper going on right now. I'm gonna delve into this, but I think LeBron is protesting something about this NBA what's going on right now.
Well, he kind of hinted on it before the All-Star. He hinted on it before the All-Star, and it's funny you bring up LeBron because he actually did watch. We know LeBron watched his first tape. LeBron actually did respond to what Stephen A. Smith or those who've been complaining about what he said last night said. So here are the tweets. Exactly made my point, but anyways, happy this convo has started. It ain't about face of the game. It ain't about one person or one show. It's about the culture of basketball, the most beautiful game in the world. Our game has never been better. Incredible young stars from all over the world and some older ones. Steph Curry, should be all we talking about today. Let's discuss how great OKC and the Cavs have been this season with two completely different styles and break down why and how they have.
Yep.
Of course, if players don't perform, we need to discuss that too and break that down. Even that can be discussed in a way that not that in finality to that player's game, but to leave room to see how that player responds. And let's watch the journey of the player.
Yep.
This ain't about me. It's not about me either. At this point, I really don't care what's said about me. It's about something. It's always something. This is about the impact the negativity is having on our beautiful game and our fans. I know I speak a lot for a lot of players, and more importantly, a hell of a lot of great fans that truly love and celebrate the game around the world. #mind the game. That was a tweet that was tweeted about 4 hours ago from one LeBron Raymond James.
LeBron right. LeBron is right. It's too many times, and I'm gonna take it off just basketball. There's too many times where LeBron can sneeze wrong in the media.
Right.
First take, Stephen A. Smith, they all of that. That's what they're talking about.
Oh, good three.
Huh? But then we'll watch how San Antonio have a good game or OKC have a good game, or like you said, Cleveland. But won't never that'll get like a 2-minute segment. But LeBron sneezing wrong get a 20-minute segment and talk about that's why he ain't the GOAT.
Man, it's all about the brand. I'm telling you, look.
And
imagine if the Lakers had the season that OKC is having, what would be going on in the media?
My God, we'd be leading every show.
They do.
Y'all already do. Look, the two biggest brands in basketball are together right now: LeBron and the Lakers.
It is.
Those
are the two biggest brands in basketball, and they're gonna be talked about until LeBron retires.
And I'm gonna say
the Lakers.
And I know
Go ahead.
We talked about it on the show the other day how Luka paid for parking and this and that. I saw even when my boy Big O was like, "Luke, parking lots are greater than Blaze Pizza."
Mm-hmm.
And you know where that comes from, right?
Because LeBron, when he first got here, did that with Blaze Pizza.
Let me be clear. He never said he was showing up to Blaze Pizza. He just said, Blaze Pizza in Culver City, what's good? Pretty much I'm paraphrasing. And y'all went out there and lined up like it was a meet and greet.
Exactly.
He didn't tweet out, I'll see y'all at Blaze Pizza tomorrow.
Nope. This nigga Jackson Hayes is sorry.
Yeah, tell me twice. So that's the only detriment not having to say it. But yeah, we'll talk about
good shit.
But we'll talk more about Lakers Clippers on Tuesday. We'll recap the combine. We'll talk about Stafford re-signing with the Rams, and obviously what does this mean for the QB carousel? Because now it seems like all eyes now shift to Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold.
No. All eyes are on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is younger, even though he's not as good as Aaron Rodgers. But all eyes are on Sam Darnold is going to be probably the top quarterback available in the quarterback market. All based off of what he did last year.
Yikes!
But we'll talk about all that on Tuesday. Again, No Sports4U Wrestling watch along tomorrow for the Elimination Chamber. But follow us on IG and Twitter live from Cosmo. But we'll be.
Did he say the elimination banger?
Yo, you all right, man?
He said elimination banger.
Hey, Nick, you know
No,
you
banger.
earlier, right?
What the hell is the elimination?
What I said?
Is that the
What I do earlier?
No, what you said? What my theme song? This dude nasty, man. What is it? Wally Wally? No, hell no, never in life. Quick, Nick. Yeah, he is. He probably hungover. It's his birthday. He probably.
How's on?
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Like this video, share.
Let's go. Get these niggas up out of here, homie.
And now the Clippers and came back to talk again. Like us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram and X at Sports4U Podcast. Like us on Facebook. Follow me at John Watson 0984 on X and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at High on Mark and High on Mark one on Instagram. On High on Mark one on X. Follow Nick on Instagram at 99Gorilla.
The fuck is porno music?
Oh shit! Westchester playing Transport championship game.
Yep. Good luck. My brother just texted me. So we'll see y'all on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of the combine. We'll talk about Shador, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, all that on Tuesday. And start looking at the NFL free agency. This is another class episode. Shout out to the comment section. Shout out to everybody watching. I'm John. It's Mark.
You're
yes, sir.